Her friend started to get scared. She's like, I overheard her mention something about going to Michigan. I'm like, Michigan in January? There's no way. There's no way.
It's an unnerving situation for any parent to think about realizing that your child has vanished. Last week, investigators say 3 14-year-old girls were driven over 1,000 miles from Tampa, Florida, all the way to a motel in Muskegon.
Those teens were eventually found safe thanks to one of their mothers who trusted her gut and decided that she would do whatever it took to help track down her missing daughter. Michael Martin live in studio with her story that you'll only see here on Fox 17.
Janice, Doug, I reached out to this mother after police in Muskegon County alerted us late last week that these 3 teenage girls had been successfully located. When children and teenagers go missing, of course, it doesn't always end in that reunion, but that is what happened here, and we wanted to know how. So while we won't be using their full names or showing their faces in an effort to minimize further pain, this mom decided she wanted to share exactly what she did in the scariest moment of her life to help other families who might be going through a similar terrifying situation.
We're recovering.
Relief is coming slowly to Ann and her family down in Tampa, Florida. Police found her 14-year-old daughter, Gianna, along with 2 other 14-year-old girls inside a Muskegon motel late last week, allegedly taken there and held by this man, 24-year-old Janelle Loyrell.
I admit I was not routinely checking my daughter's phone because I wanted her to have privacy.
She takes us back to Monday, January 24th. Gianna leaves the house around 5:30 p.m. and texts her mom saying, I love you.
And I thought that was just very odd. So I was like, okay, I love you too. I hope everything's okay.
Her curfew came and went, and Ann suddenly couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. She started calling all of Gianna's friends she could.
One of the most important things is to be in contact with friends and the parents. One friend said she saw him in the car with another girl he's never recognized before and a man. And when I heard the word man, most 15-year-olds don't say man unless it's much older.
She files a missing persons report with police.
You're told, just give it 24 hours. Everything's going to, they don't want to scare you. But as a parent, you know your child and you know what's normal and not normal.
With Gianna's phone turned off towards midnight, the Life 360 tracking app the family uses wasn't showing her location, but Ann had made herself a backup on her daughter's iPhone account.
At 2 a.m, I was pinged to Tennessee. At 6 a.m, I was pinged to Indiana. And then I started to get really, really worried.
With new geolocation data, she reapproaches police investigators.
The detective was able to ping them in Michigan at a gas station. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Ann plastered her daughter's info across social media.
I had probably 100 people from Muskegon to reach out to me.
And then
Wednesday morning around 6 a.m., I got another ping to my phone, and that was at the hotel in Michigan.
It took Fruitport police 2 visits to a Muskegon area motel to figure out the girls were there. Gianna's relieved father flew up to retrieve her.
We met them at their house when he arrived. We brought them dinner. I brought her favorite meal. She did say the further they got from Florida, the more scared she got.
Janelle Loyrell, out of Orlando, now facing charges of accosting and soliciting minors for immoral purposes, harboring runaways, contributing to the delinquency of minors, and multiple drug charges. The feds are also working potential future charges.
I know that there's this idea out there that whenever one sees a white van in the parking lot of the big box store, we need to protect our children. And certainly kidnapping can be a form of access to a victim. Traffickers want to make money. They're conducting business. And frankly, that's not a good business model for them.
In this case, Ann believes her daughter was trying to take care of a friend who was already with the man.
She said she got in the car because she was actually nervous for her friend to be in the car with. She didn't know the other 2 people.
Assistant Attorney General Kelly Carter says young people who end up in situations like this may even believe they are there of their own free will.
What we see often in these circumstances is it's posed to the victim by the trafficker as if they're choosing it. And in fact, that might be a method of manipulation and control.
Carter recommends parents act much in the same way that Ann did. Monitor their social media accounts and usage, know their friends, and know how to contact them in case of an emergency.
Most people are just not aware of what is happening, like the trauma of it all, because she wants to tell me she was safe, she had it handled, and at the same time she's like, I was so scared. It doesn't end when they come home, and it doesn't, it's there's a piece to that needs to be taken care of, so they're not traumatized from it.
And Ann says the family has been reaching out to any and all resources that they can find available to help their daughter recover from this whole experiences. For links to some of those or who to contact if you suspect someone is a victim of trafficking, you can check out our web article up now. Live in the studio, Michael Martin, Fox 17 News.
Yeah, it's the most terrifying situation you could be in as a parent. Thank you for that
It is,
coverage.
and brave of that mom to speak out about it.
Yeah.